Three habits of men who naturally, and powerful men who actually attract women. I hope you guys are doing well today. I want to wish you all, hope this is going to be a good year for us all, because we're going to learn this game in a whole different way. If you keep attracting women, guys, who waste your time, who drain your energy, and actually they just don't take you seriously, well, the thing is that it's not because a lot of you guys feel that maybe there's something wrong with me, maybe I'm unlucky, or maybe there's something that's going on in you that bothers you, that's bothering you in all of this, and that's not the case and everything. The problem is, for many of your guys out there, it's really the habits that you have that are doing more damage to you, because it is actually what you're actually broadcasting. When it comes to women and everything, they're actually going to move based off of who you are as a man. They're going to watch everything you say, everything that you do, and then they're going to sit there and then they're going to make a decision off of who you are, or based off of how you move as a man. And this is why the game is really important. This is why we have to make sure that everything that we're doing is that I'm not here to insult you. I'm not here to upset you or anything like this. I'm just here to let you understand that when it comes to your habits are really going to show when it's more of an unconscious thing. And a lot of guys don't understand. Habits are always formed by what it is you think about yourself, how you feel about yourself, and how you move when it comes to the game. And if you don't understand having one thought, one mind, one way, and you're doing everything a certain kind of way, a certain kind of style, it's not actually going to help you at all. And that's what we want to talk about today on today's show. We want to kind of break those down to let you know there's a certain way of doing certain things. And this is all about teaching you a kind of a truth that most guys really don't want to hear. See, the thing is that women are never going to chase a certain kind of guy that doesn't know what he's doing. And then what I mean by doesn't know what he's doing, he doesn't know what he wants, he doesn't know how he's moving, he doesn't know how he's actually operating in the construct of the game and everything. And the thing about women out here, gentlemen, is that they can feel the way that you text them. They can feel when you allow disrespect to come into your life. They can feel that. And today, what I want to do is I want to give you 3 habits right now that is going to separate you from the person that she feels that she can run and get free dinners from. And if you can just start to take these things and start to incorporate them into your life is going to actually make a difference, especially this year. The thing is what I want you guys to start doing is I want you to stop trying to define what a woman is. I think one of the biggest problems is that we want to sit around and define somebody for what we see versus who they are. And that is why the game is so important. One thought, one mind, one way. We always want to make sure that we know who we're talking to, what we're talking to, and why we're talking to them. Because if we don't know that, then what we're going to do is we're going to look at beauty over character. And the thing is as a man, one thought, one mind, one way. I'm looking at her character. I'm looking at her stability. I'm looking at her clarity. I'm looking at how she cooperates. I'm looking at her consistency. And see, the thing is a good woman is never going to live for the drama, okay? A woman, I've always told you guys, she is always going to push your boundaries, okay? And she is never going to reward weakness with caring and love. And that's why, gentlemen, when you are learning the game, one thought, one mind, one way, you have to understand that women are always going to move different. I don't set up the rules or make the rules for what they are. I'm just letting you know, women are always going to look for something different. And the thing is, I think the thing is that most guys don't even understand is that this isn't about playing games, and this is not about acting cold or anything like that. It's that the reason why they're doing this is because they're looking for insecurity in you. They're looking for the mask to come down and see who you actually are. Who are you? Are you this person that says he is? Or are you representing who you are? Are you in alignment? Because remember, guys, the more alignment you're in, the more alignment. You want them out of alignment. And this is why when you actually learn the game and understand yourself, women are going to actually move totally different from you guys out here. But it is more of a mindset that you have to have as a student of the game and realize how deep and how vast you are as a man. I think a lot of men don't even understand that. But let's talk about the first habit. The first habit is simple, all right? The first thing is that we've got to stop trying to feed ego. We've got to stop trying to feed who we are to ourselves or who we think we want to be. We've got to stop feeding that, okay? The thing is that we have got to stop moving in a way where we're running behind the woman. And look, the ego is going to try to win her over. Your self-importance is going to try to win her over, because through your ego, your self-importance and things like that, gentlemen, that reality, that is going to create assumptions, judgments, and expectations. And as long as you have those things, you're not going to win in the game, okay? Because you're too busy trying to win her over. And at the end of the day, man, you just got to sit back. When you start to learn who you are, you will change that habit to see, is she worth my time, okay? And I'm not auditioning for her. She's got to audition for me. She's got to win me over, okay? Because I am not trying to do anything to kiss her behind and make her feel like she's special. She's not special, gentlemen. She's got to, look, she's not special. She's actually got to earn you, okay? And when you don't move this way or think this way about yourself, and you tolerate a woman playing games with you and beating around the bush, all you're telling her is, my value isn't what I thought it was to me, and you can do whatever you want to me. And we don't want to do that, okay? Because what we want to do is we want her to see a man. I want her to see you as a cool, calm, collective, relaxed individual that's not really tripping. You're not worrying about what she's saying. You're not worrying about what she's doing. You're not worrying about how she's acting. And when you can change the habit of chasing the woman, but create the habit of making you the prize, then everything, gentlemen, everything is actually going to change at that point. Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to pay attention to her speeches. I'm not going to pay attention to the things that she is going to say. I'm paying attention to her actions. I'm watching how she moves. I'm watching how she handles stress. I'm watching how she treats people. I'm watching how she handles her past. I'm watching how she responds to say no. I'm watching how she moves around me, because we have to be more ruthless, because they are ruthless, gentlemen. And if you do, I'm not saying match their energy. I'm saying live one thought, one mind, one way, because we don't want to keep giving women chances like that who don't deserve us and who have not earned us. And when you can move that way, you teach them something totally totally new, excuse me. But another thing that we have to see and we have to understand at the end of the day when it comes to this game is that we cannot abandon. We gotta really stop abandoning ourselves and everything. We have got to set the rhythm, and we've got to set the tone like the conductor. And what we've got to do is we've got to stop moving in a way where we're saying to the woman, not only are you better than me, but what can I do to worship you? I don't worship women, and I don't want you guys worshiping women. I don't want you guys running behind women and begging women for certain things. You don't have to do that. The thing is all of a sudden that the moment she recognizes that you have a routine, I'm going to do everything I can to get you to like me. I'm going to do everything I can to get you to be interested in me. I'm going to do everything I can to get you to feel me in a certain way. Then a woman is not actually going to feel you. Women want individuals that's going to make them work harder for who they are. And that's the level and the depth of the game that we want all you young men to have when it comes to women. I want you to actually, yes, keep working on who you are as a person, but we've got to start changing the habits of placing women above us, or making women feel like we have to earn them. You don't have to earn a woman. You just got to stand on who you are. See, the thing that y'all don't understand about women is that they have to understand you, and they have to know you. And when I say know you, they need to make sure and know that when they're talking to you or interacting with you, that you're the kind of man that's not going to put up with bullshit, okay? All right? You are not a fan, okay? You're not putting her on a poster, and we've got to stop looking at her as if she's better than us. The thing that we have to do, we have to actually remain grounded, because the more grounded you remain in the game, the more powerful you're actually going to be in her world. And I think a lot of people don't understand that when you're grounded, when you're locked in, that you are actually going to invite her into your life and into your world. And you don't move to her rhythm or her tone. You move because you actually believe in yourself. And this is why it is very, very important that you don't get dragged into arguments. You don't get dragged into disagreements. You don't do things to say that, you know what can I do to make you give me a shot? What can I do to allow you to give me a chance? As men, we don't move that way. Really, one thought, one mind, one way. When a woman recognizes that you're a drama-free man, that means that she has got to change the tone of who she is, because she's so used to creating drama with other guys that when she gets with you, the habit that you have is that you are not about drama. And the fact that you're not about drama is going to blow her away. Most women are not used to men that are drama-free. They're used to guys that's always arguing and bickering, getting mad and saying, hey, what's wrong with me? Why don't you like me? Why don't you care about me? And why don't you give me a chance? And when you guys can move totally different and think different, everything is going to change. No more double texting. No more asking her, is she mad or is she upset? What did I do wrong? What can I do to fix it? How can I make this right? Because as a man, I'm not trying. I just don't care. We've got to stop, and we've got to take our mind, which goes into the third habit. We must, at all costs, gentlemen, at all costs, you have to always take your feelings out of this. You've got to take the emotion out of this. I get it, you're interested in her. I get it, you like her. I get it, you want to be with her. I get it, you want to spend time with her. But you have got to take your feelings out of the game, because if you are in the habit right now of being emotionally available to a woman, when as a man, you shouldn't have emotions. Or excuse me, you shouldn't be emotional, I apologize. It is okay to have emotions, but when you're emotional, there lies the problem. And that's where a lot of guys go wrong with women, because they're so emotional. And we want to get the habit of you being insecure out of you, because you're too busy over explaining yourself. You're too busy pleading. You're too busy begging. You're too busy asking for permission and things like that. And that's what's actually hurting you at the end of the day. I want you guys to be able to love yourself enough to set the tone and actually believe in yourself. Because when you set the tone, you change up the whole entire game. Women are not used to a man who sets the tone. Women are not used to a man who thinks one thought, one mind, one way, and a person that's just not going to actually give up on himself just so a woman can really like or appreciate him. We don't do that as men, and we don't do that in the game. So, gentlemen, what is so important in all of this is that all these things and these habits that you have right now are things that can go away, things that you can clear up, things that, and the greatest habit that they love the most about a man is a man who has the habit of walking away. Too many of you guys are in the habit of walking closer to a woman, trying to work things out with a woman, wondering why, where I went wrong and everything like that. There's no mystery in that, gentlemen. There's no decision, and women just want that guy, man, not to be an asshole, because I'm not trying to create assholes in you guys and make you into an asshole. I just want you to believe in yourself and love yourself and appreciate yourself enough to move differently in this game. You are not anybody's option. You are nothing but opportunity. And opportunity means I'm only going to give you an opportunity to mess with me. And if you choose not to want to be with me, and you choose you want to do something else, then I am not the right guy for you. When you move that way, gentlemen, you actually change up the whole entire game, because a lot of women are not used to a man that's going to say, look, this is what I'm going, this is what I'm doing, this is what's about to happen, and guess what? I want you to come with me. And if you don't want to come with me, that's fine. I'm going to move on, because I'm not going to ask anything of you that I would not force myself to do. Listen, it is about you guys out here. And in 2026, we've got to change the attitude, okay? Because this is about being ruthless, man. This is not giving her access to you, okay? Okay, you're not doing that. You're not a shoulder to cry on. You're not her friend. You're not her buddy. And you're not a nice guy. We've got to get rid of that nice guy thing, because nice guys are the reasons why many of you guys are struggling today. What we want you to do is move one thought, one mind, one way. And as long as you move in that way, you're going to change up all the opportunities and change everything up. Gentlemen, you got this. You just need to believe in yourself. You just need to grow more for yourself and lock into this game. Well, guys, listen, like all things, that's going to be the end of the video, but not the end of our discussion. But gentlemen, just remember, at the end of the day, the habits that you have right now are being driven by the way you see yourself. When you can change the way you see yourself, you'll be able to change those habits. And once you start to change those habits around, gentlemen, everything's going to turn around, because you're going to force a woman to change her habits to be with you, gentlemen. And that's the most important thing. Well, guys, if you're ready to be a student of the game, go ahead and send us an email and ask for your pathway, and we will send you the PDF file. Just send an email to themanmindset@gmail.com and ask for your pathway. We got you covered. But if not, guys, you can check us out. We have nothing but videos, shorts, and guys, you can check us out live all the time. We take phone calls live. We answer messages, text messages, and everything live, where you can interact with us, gentlemen. This is the first of the year. Let's get this thing right. Let's get this thing and push it forward, guys. And gentlemen, if you like this video right here, you're going to love what's right there beside me, guys. I look forward to being your coach, and I look forward to pushing you forward into a greater future. We'll talk to you soon. Peace.